this is why action is so important, because when you take action, you get more clarity. Whether it's positive or negative. Oh, wow, I'm not nearly as good at that as I thought I was. Or, wow, I'm actually way better at that than I thought I was. Or, I didn't enjoy that as much as I thought I was going to. Or, I enjoyed that way more.
Imagine someone who has clarity on who they are, clarity on what they want, and clarity on how to achieve it. That's who we all want to be. Now imagine someone who has no clarity whatsoever on who they are, no clarity at all on what they want, and no idea how to get it. I mean, that's just being lost. You're not going to be fulfilled that way because you don't even know if you're in alignment because you're just drifting around with whatever's popular.
Next Level Nation, welcome back to another episode of Next Level University, where we help you level up your life, your love, your health, and your wealth. We hope you enjoyed yesterday's episode number 1741. Attitude is the one thing you can control. Today, for episode number 1742, the 3 types of clarity. What are you smirking at over there? You're playing with your microphone?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's usually a dead giveaway. You wanted to do this episode because you wanted to talk about clarity, and I said when you said that you wanted to say about saying about clarity that I was just going to kick it to you.
Nice.
So I'm going to kick it to you now.
So the 3 types of clarity.
Yep.
The first thing that I try to break this down. The first thing is, what is clarity? Clarity is how clearly yeah, this is going well so far. How clearly what is that movie? Hold on. Clearly, see you dearly, nearly. No, it's a comedy.
I got nothing for you.
Oh, in Meet the Parents?
Yeah.
When he's doing the prayer at dinner. I will see thee more clearly.
Yes. Now I
you will be more dearly.
We watched that together. Alan and I watched that. We ordered a bunch of tacos and watched all the Meet the Parents in Pittsburgh.
Those movies are so funny.
They are good, yeah.
They are so funny. So anyways, what was I saying? Clarity. Yeah. What is clarity? Clarity is seeing more clearly, nearly,
Dearly.
appealingly. No. So Kevin and I went to an event way back. 2019, Brendan Burchard event, and we did an assessment. The whole audience did an assessment before going about the high performance habits. And clarity is one of the high performance habits in Brendan Burchard's book, High Performance Habits. And he was talking about the statistics of the audience because we were all going into breakout groups. This was Kevin's first big personal development event. It was called High Performance Academy, and it was all about high performance habits.
Yes.
And clarity was one of the main criteria. I think there was 6 habits. And he said it was a 0 to 4 scale, so it's like a 4-star movie means you have perfect 10 out of 10 clarity. 1 star means you're struggle bussing. You don't really know where you're trying to go. And back then, Kevin and I, we were in these breakout groups and we were sharing our scores for all the different habits. And we had, in comparison to the rest of the audience, we had very, very high clarity. And what we now realize that means is these 3 types of clarity, and that's what I'm going to give everybody. So what were we clear on? Because, okay, everyone asks themselves, how much clarity do you have? It's like, well, I don't know, I feel pretty clear or pretty not clear. So let's break it down. The first type of clarity is clarity on who you are. So this is the self-awareness piece.
My favorite.
Yes. And most likely, if you are a NLU-inian, Next Level University Inian, NLU listener, you probably have pretty high clarity if you're a long-term listener when it comes to self, because most of our episodes tie back into self-awareness. And if Kevin can, he's going to take all of the episodes I want to do on success and make them more about self-awareness.
I'm waiting for my moment in this episode.
Yeah.
I will find it.
So in this metaphor, in this analogy of clarity, the GPS needs to know your current location. That is self-awareness. Who you are and where you are. Boom. Clarity number 1. Okay? Clarity number 2 is the path. The path forward. And then clarity number 3 is the destination address. And so I probably got that out of order because I think what you need to do is you have to understand where you are and who you are at your core, which requires looking into the past. What are patterns? What about you never changed? What do you like and dislike? What fulfills you? What are you good at? Self-awareness, 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 self-awareness. What are you afraid of? What do you desire? What do you envy? All that stuff. Again, I know you Indians, you know. The next one is actually where you want to go. So let's do that as number 2. The destination. What do you want out of life? What are you shooting for? What do you want to accomplish? Do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be a lawyer? Do you want to be an engineer? Do you want to be a podcaster? Do you want to be a speaker? Do you want to be a great mother or a great father? Clarity on what you want to accomplish, what hills you want to climb, what things you want to achieve, what results you want to obtain or accomplish. And so that's number 2. We'll call that results clarity. So the first one is self-awareness clarity. The second one is results clarity. Now, once you have the current location and the destination address, now the GPS needs to calculate the path. And the path is the process. The path is the experience. The path is the system of success, the peak performance tracking, the habits, the skills, the route that you take. And so you need clarity on those 3 things. So we'll call it clarity number 1 is self-awareness. 0 to 10, where are you at? Kev?
Where am I? 13, probably. You know what I mean? No.
You can always tell when I throw Kevin off guard because he makes a joke.
Straight up, I'm gonna keep it real with you. 100% real. I was just thinking of what I was gonna order from Five Guys. I was literally calculating calories in my head. And you caught me in a moment.
Here's a self-awareness for Kev. He loves food. If he doesn't know what he's having for dinner, he is not
hungry.
clear on his life.
I'm packing for Canada tonight, so I want a little comfort, a little extra comfort before I go. On a scale of 1 to 10, how clear am I?
Real good for the 10-pound and 10-week challenge.
I already got it figured out. It's gonna be 2,100 calories. We're good, baby.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can't get double burgers.
You can get 1 double burger. 980. 980.
Oof.
Yes. Talk about a heavy
fry.
No fries.
Large fry.
No fries.
Ugh.
You lose it all. You lose it all. I'm gonna get this is what I'm gonna get. Nobody cares, but this is what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get a double cheese, obviously. 980 calories. Couple sides.
Double cheese, double burg.
Double burg, yeah. Double burg. That'll be about 1,000 calories with everything on it. They have a grilled cheese. I don't know if you ever had their grilled cheese before. That's amazing. It's about $4.50. And then I'm going to get a mini burger, which is, I believe, 5 something. So that's 2,100 calories.
Nice. The macros, 100 grams of fat.
Lots of fat.
Yeah, 150
But that's why I'm
Gs
not
of protein.
getting fries. That's why I'm not getting fries.
Yeah.
I'm getting another burger. That way I can get a little bit of extra protein.
Side tangent very quickly. French fries, best thing ever of all time.
Yeah.
Worst macros of all time.
Yes. Definitely.
There is no protein. It is all fat and carbs.
And carbs, yeah.
Yep.
Lots of salt.
On it's devastating news.
I don't care. I'm gonna keep living the way I live. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much clarity do I have in who I am?
Mm-hmm. How much clarity do you have on what you're gonna eat tonight?
9.5. 8 on me knowing me.
Nice. Okay, the next bucket. So the first one is self-awareness clarity.
Yes.
I'm very hungry, so that was hard for me to pivot. Self-awareness clarity. He is an 8, right? 8. Yeah. Okay. Next is results clarity. How clear are you on the results you want to achieve?
Oh, wow.
And please provide examples.
For the
class.
I would say 9 with the understanding that every time I get more results, I get more clear. So the ultimate goal is to have the most impactful self-improvement podcast on the planet. That's the ultimate goal. And yeah, what more are you looking for? Like physical things?
Well, yeah. Yeah, right now you're focused on...
I'd like this.
Yep.
I'd like a full scale version. I'm showing this is a Mercedes AMG GTR model that I have in my office. I'd like one of these. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily in this green color, but yeah, beautiful home. I think Taryn would like some farm animals, potentially sheep. We saw some sheep in Scotland, so that might have jumped to the top of the list. All that.
And 10 pounds in the next
Well, that's a
53
term.
days.
That's a short term. Well, we're going to be fine.
But short term matters too. Results.
Yeah,
Results.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, so far we have self-awareness, clarity. We have results clarity. Kevin just gave us some examples.
Try.
0 to 10, how much results clarity? You said 9?
9, yeah.
Give us a 9er on that.
9er.
All right, last one is the path, the process, the system of success, the to-dos and to-don'ts. 0 to 10.
That's probably also, because here's the thing, this is the challenge. You can only be as clear as you are aware on everything, and when new awareness comes, everything changes. So like, I can't say 10 because I don't know enough yet about everything. So I'd probably say another 8.
Challenge.
Please.
Please don't use the same number as previous numbers.
8.1.
Okay.
Challenge
So
accepted.
it's more than self-awareness? Really? You have more clarity on the path than you do about yourself? I think that's probably...
No, you just tell me what to do. Yeah, I would say that's
That
accurate.
doesn't count as your clarity.
I would have 0 then.
That's not true, right?
No,
you
I
know
mean,
how to
not
lose
0,
10 pounds
but-
in 10 weeks.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Why can't I have your clarity? You've given it to me. It's mine now. You know what I mean?
Because this is a Kevin isolated echo, like this is Kevin only. You are the vessel.
Yeah, but we're not taking into effect the last 7 years is where I got the clarity.
Yeah, but that's okay. Like,
No, that's what I'm saying.
Where are you at? Okay, let's do a quick. If
I'm not a good student.
this no this is I would have gone a different way had I known how this was gonna go, but we're gonna make it happen. So
Least valuable episode ever.
of all time, when you and I first met, how much clarity did you have of self in comparison to now?
Whoa, man. 1.
Okay. If now is a 10, you were a 1 then. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Before we met, how much clarity did you have of the results you wanted? If you're a 10 now, what were you then?
I feel like I had probably like level 6 clarity on results. I just had no idea. I knew what I wanted. I never would have gotten it, but I knew what I wanted.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
But knowing what you want is a step. A lot of people don't know what they want. That's like a really important.
Well, I always felt like I knew what I wanted. I just had no idea how to get it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think that goal 1 is know yourself.
Yeah.
So that you can actually set results goals that are in alignment with self. I screwed that one up.
Same.
And I'll get into that. I think it's important. So to provide context, I'll give you Kevin and I's experience in a nutshell and then apply it to you. So when I was younger, I had 2 and 3 figured out. I knew what I wanted to achieve, and I knew the path. I did not know myself very well. So self-awareness was my bottleneck, my blind spot. And that's why therapy's been so powerful. For Kev, you knew what you wanted, and you knew yourself to an extent, but you didn't know how to do anything.
No, nothing at all.
No, not nothing at all, but you didn't know the path. I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And so we combined our strengths, and now we both have all 3. Again, relatively speaking, compared to past younger versions. Okay, so last one, which is your clarity on the path now, like the approach, the process, the path. If it's a 10 now, what was it 7 years ago before the Hyperconscious podcast?
I mean, I probably thought it was very high when I got that job that I got because I was like, okay, this is going to bring me to money, which is going to bring me the things I want. But when I realized that wasn't the thing, I would say 0. I had 0 clue. That's why I was freaking out.
Wow. NLU listener, what is happening? I just wanted to jump in here and let you know if you want to get to the next level faster, we have a free virtual monthly meetup at the first Thursday of every month, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can connect with like-minded people and become a bigger part of this amazing global community. The link to register will be in the show notes. So what you thought would do it didn't do it. I mean, what was after that? I mean, think about it. Let's say that you still had that job. $100,000 a year is a great opportunity. That's great.
Yeah,
but it's not just the $100,000. It's what are you going to do with it?
Nothing good. I wouldn't have done anything good. I don't know. I don't think I would have lasted much longer there anyway. I didn't want to live on the road anymore. I'm so brutal. I'm talking about like being unhealthy. Like
Yeah, definitely.
Sleep. My sleep was garbage. I was staying up for routinely. I would stay up for 24 hours. Like that's not hard for me. I could stay up. If you said, "Hey, you need to stay up for the next 24 hours," like that's not hard. I used to do that every week, and then drive. And we used to literally have to pour water on our faces so we wouldn't fall asleep behind the wheel because we just wanted to get home. Yeah, it was brutal. So yeah, no, that I don't know if honestly, I don't know if it mattered. I don't know if they could have said, "We'll give you $200,000 next year." I don't know if I could have done it anymore. When it stopped becoming about the money, I was out anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could have stayed any longer than I did.
So for everyone listening or watching, let's rate these from 0 to 10. From 0 to 10, 10 being the most clarity you've ever had, 0 being the least you've ever had. Because obviously it fluctuates. Because when you become more aware, you realize, oh, I'm not as clear as I thought. 100%. So this is a growth journey. So it really is a sliding scale. Yep. So 0 to 10, how much clarity do you have in self-awareness? 0 to 10, how much clarity do you have? So self-awareness clarity is number 1. Number 2 is results clarity, 0 to 10. And then number 3 is process clarity. So if you have 10 out of 10 clarity in self, in results, and in process, you are in alignment and you're rocking and rolling and you're going to achieve your dreams as long as your dreams are based on the self-awareness. Like if I want to be in the NBA and I'm a 35-year-old man who can't run a 7-minute mile, it's not going to happen. So I need to not set that results goal when it's not really doable at this stage. And that's just awareness of the NBA and what it's going to take.
Another good thought might be, where are you where do you feel like you're 10 out of 10 clear? Just in general. Because you know how for like a lot of young women, they're like super clear on what their wedding is. They have it down to a T.
Yeah.
Everything. Or maybe it's the home. Like this is how it's going to be decorated. These are the plants.
Emilia had way more clarity than I did on the home. She
that's
knew she wanted skylights. She knew she wanted to paint it lighter colors. She doesn't like black. It's not black. My house isn't black. All my devices are black. My laptop, my mouse, my Zen book, my little chargers and all that. She always has white, masculine, feminine type of thing. But she had way more clarity. So yes. Yeah.
So I think that's an important thing too, because where does that come from?
It comes from ideating and visioning and thinking. I mean,
Why am
I had
so
absolute clarity on the physique I wanted. Yeah, exactly.
Right. There's a reason. The people that I know closest to me, if you said like, what kind of car do you want? Like Matt, I know exactly what Matt wants. A 2003 Mustang Cobra. Black. Tinted windows, black rims, most likely. There's a reason I know that, because that's something he values, and that's something we've been talking about that for years.
You will not have clarity, so this is the distinction then. You will only have clarity to the extent that you are aware you value something.
I think that's a piece of it.
And you're never going to achieve something you have no clarity about. That's fair. Well, I mean, why don't I know how to fix my HVAC? I don't care.
Yeah.
And suddenly I care now that it's 90 degrees in here. But so I'm going to look it up and Google it and all that. But that's fascinating, right? I just don't care about HVAC. It's not me being unkind to anyone who does love HVAC. Please help, right? But it is interesting to realize that almost all of our skills and awareness are predicated on what we value, and most of us don't know what we value until way later, at least consciously.
Yeah. And then I think it's like when you start practicing something, because I had that bout where I was cooking. I was like cooking once a week. I'd make steak or something when Pops would come over. And I was like, I actually kind of enjoy this. I'm actually like kind of into cooking. Why? I valued providing a meal for people that I cared about. It wasn't like the actual cooking. Like cooking sucks. I was sweating.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like stressed out. It's like, all right, 14 minutes on that. These are about to burn, so I got to figure this out. Like, when do I have to start toasting the buns? It is a whole thing.
For the women who listen, it must be so hard to hear how much we struggle with the simplest things.
The simplest
it's like,
things.
Dude, remember with Thanksgiving We hosted Thanksgiving. I didn't even cook it.
I know.
We catered it with Wegmans. All I had to do was heat it up, and it was brutal.
Shout out to anyone who does all that, and you make it look easy, because it is not easy. But
one of our listeners, one of my clients, sorry to interrupt you, Kev. I just want to give her this shout out. She messaged me. She always gives me updates on what's going on in her career, relationship, all stuff. And she messaged me, and she said she's in the food service. And she said, I've got 3 events coming up. One is 200 plates, one's 300 plates, and another 250. And my brain went to Thanksgiving, and it was 7 plates. I was
goodness.
And she has a team of what, 4 or 5 people? Maybe not even. I think it might be 4. I think it might be 5. I should know that, honestly, as her business coach. But at the end of the day, I remember thinking, like, I've got a little Next Level Hope Foundation event on Sunday that I'm super freaking out about. You know, all we got to do is buy some snacks and let kids run around with sports, right? So I said, I did tell her, I said, I respect. But again, 100%. That's easy for her because she's been doing that for years. Whereas if she were to jump on a podcast, that would be a whole nother game. And she
probably values it. Hopefully the stuff that you're doing, a lot of it you're doing because you value it, or you can find a way to value it in a different way.
And there's the attitude again from last episode.
Because obviously if you have a family and you're the food provider, the food prepper, or whatever it is, food cultivator, there's a couple different ways to look at it. Again, easy for me to say because I don't cook. Easy for me to say. But I definitely don't enjoy doing dishes, but I value Taryn's mental health, which I'm sure there's less anxiety when the dishes aren't overflowing like they are right now. But they won't be. As of tonight, I'm going to make them disappear into the dishwasher, and the dishwasher is going to do its magical thing that it does, and they'll come out clean.
Imagine someone who has clarity on who they are, clarity on what they want, and clarity on how to achieve it. That's who we all want to be.
Yeah.
Now imagine someone who has no clarity whatsoever on who they are, no clarity at all on what they want, and no idea how to get it. I mean, that's just being lost. You're not going to be fulfilled that way because you don't even know if you're in alignment because you're just drifting around with whatever's popular. If you ever want to know the sign of someone who is going to be very successful, watch how little they stray with trends. That's a true testament. I've been, again, studying this for a long time, but the people that succeed long term are the ones who are least strayed by the fads.
Yeah. The last thing I would say before we get out of here is, we've said this so many times, millions and millions of times, not really, but it feels like it. This is why action is so important, because when you take action, you get more clarity. Mm-hmm. Whether it's positive or negative. Oh, wow, I'm not nearly as good at that as I thought I was. Or, wow, I'm actually way better at that than I thought I was. Or, I didn't enjoy that as much as I thought I was going to. Or, I enjoyed that way more. It's very hard to succeed without action because action gives you clarity.
Yeah, and ironically, we want clarity first.
Right, and you can't really... You have whatever you have, and then you have whatever you can research.
There's
but after that...
The chicken and the egg.
The old chicken and the egg.
Well, I don't have clarity, so I'm not going to take action.
Right.
So then I have less clarity, so I'm going to take even less action. That's how you get stuck.
It's a dangerous game. Ask someone. That's a good thing to do, is ask somebody who has already done what you want to do. If you're not ready to take action by asking someone. I had somebody reach out to me recently. They did a podcast course, and they said, hey, would you take a look at this for me? And we can just treat it like a consulting call. And I was like, yeah, for sure. All that is that could be the potential stuck point between I created it and now I'm ready to launch it. What can I do for you?
No, I'm the CFO, so I see all the revenue that comes through, and there was a random number that came through that I had never seen before. Yes. And I hit up Kevin the next day. I said, brother, what is this? You're like, yeah, no. I said, he's like, no, I did this thing. And
it was awesome.
I'm like, okay, cool, nice.
I woke up on a Saturday. You want to talk about a dream come true? I woke up on a Saturday, and I got paid by a wonderful human who is an awesome human. I got paid to go through his course and give him feedback. It was a podcast course. Like, how cool is that I get to do that?
It's awesome.
That was, at one point, that was all a dream, so it was awesome.
It's just to keep us in our core business, you know? You're going to be over here doing someone's plumbing for an extra $150.
Not me. I don't know how to plumb.
Emilia literally asked, let's get Kevin down here and see
Kevin doesn't know enough. Kevin knows enough to potentially be dangerous, but when I could tell what was going on with your toilet, but when it comes to HVAC, there is a lot. It could be electrical. There is too much. Toilet, there's no electric. It's just water and pipes. HVAC, you got a unit outside. I think it's condenser outside. I just did the grunt work when I did HVAC. They just put me in the small spaces. That was it for me. All right, what's your last takeaway here before we get out of here?
The conundrum that we find ourselves in is we feel like we don't have enough clarity to move forward. And you can Google it. Like, I'm going to Google the HVAC thing. And if you don't have clarity, you can just call someone who does.
Yeah.
But don't get stuck in the I don't have clarity, so I'm not going to take action, which then gives me even less clarity, particularly if it's something you deeply value. And so whatever you have clarity in is most likely what you value most. Like, Emilia asked, like, how did you learn all this in fitness? This is, again, vulnerable for me, but in 2004, when the movie Troy came out, I decided when I was 2004, how old was I? I was 1998 so 16 years old. I decided to have Brad Pitt's physique because I looked it up. Again, who looks up that? Think about it. I knew he was 42. I looked it up. He was 42 in 2004. I needed to know how long I had to get there. And so I decided to be Brad Pitt in Troy by 42 years old. Obviously my own unique version, right? And I was like, I could do that. And so now I'm working on it. And I think in some ways I've surpassed it. But not the hair. I gotta still work on the hair. It's going to take another 10 years for that. I think his was actually done. I don't think it was natural. But the point is what you have clarity about is what you value, even if it's been unconscious up to this point.
Yeah, it's because it's what you've been paying attention to.
Mm-hmm. Which is what you value.
Yep. Yeah. That's a breakthrough, for sure.
Yeah, it's very obvious now.
Yeah, that's usually how it works, right? It's like, how did I not think of that sooner? You didn't think of it sooner because you didn't know it yet. Now you know it, and now you think you should have known it.
Mm-hmm.
And such is life. Next Level Nation. If you are looking for a group of like-minded humans who are into growth and don't think self-improvement is super weird, we have a Facebook group called Next Level Nation. We'll have the link in the show notes below. As always, if this episode added any value to your life, please leave us a review on the podcast platform that you are listening to us on. And hello, Alan's poking his head over the Dreamliner. And please subscribe on whatever platform you are watching or listening so you never miss an opportunity to get to the next level. And Alan is going to tell you about the Dreamliner.
The Dreamliner, as you can see on YouTube, it has a mountain on the front, and then there's a big star at the top of the mountain, which is your guide. So the mountain at the bottom is self-awareness, where you start, and then you have the star where you end up knowing what you want. So there's self-awareness clarity, and then there's results clarity, and then the path up the mountain is the process clarity. And so it helps you stay clear all along the way. Dreamliner, Next Level Dreamliner, achieve your dreams 90 days at a time. Q3 is about to start in like 14 days, something like that, 13 days. So get it now because the hardcover, which I actually think is way better, takes 2 weeks. And the soft cover should be there in like 2 or 3 days.
We'll have the link in the show notes for that as well. As always, we love you. We appreciate you. Grateful for each and every one of you. And at NLU, we don't have fans. We have family. We will talk to you all tomorrow.
Keep taking action. Next Level Nation.